Hey, welcome to The Explainer. Today we're tackling a pretty big question in the world of tech. What's the deal with terms like data science, AI, machine learning, and deep learning? You hear them all the time, right? Well, today we're going to connect the dots and make it all crystal clear.
So, why should you even care about getting these terms right? Well, for starters, just look at this number. Right now, there are over 414,000 open data analyst jobs worldwide. I mean, that's a huge number. The opportunity here is just massive.
And look, that's not just some random number on a slide. It's a sign of this huge shift in how everything works. The demand for people who can actually speak the language of data is just exploding. There's a reason everyone's calling this one of the hottest trends in tech, for sure.
And this isn't just happening in one place. Nope, it's totally global. You've got these major hubs for data talent popping up everywhere, from San Jose in California to Bangalore in India and all the way to Geneva in Switzerland. Everyone's in on the action.
Okay, so to really get a handle on this world and maybe find your place in it, you kind of need a map, right? So that's what we're going to do. Let's connect the dots between these key ideas, and we'll start with the absolute foundation. All right, our very first dot. This is the big one, the foundation of it all, data analysis. Think of it as the bedrock for everything else. It's the core skill, and honestly, it's where this whole journey starts. So what is it really? Simply put, you're taking all this raw, messy, sometimes just chaotic data, and you're putting it through a process to find something genuinely useful. The whole point is to pull out these clear, actionable insights, so a business can actually make smarter decisions.
And to be a great analyst, you need this really cool mix of skills. You've got to have that statistical brain to get the numbers, the coding skills in something like Python or R to actually wrestle with the data, and then you need to be a storyteller, turning it all into compelling charts and graphs. You're basically part scientist, part coder, and part storyteller, all rolled into one.
Okay, so we've got our foundation down. Let's move on to the next dots. And this is where things start to get, a little more sci-fi. We're talking machine learning, and its even more powerful cousin, deep learning.
So, get this. Instead of a programmer having to write code for every single little step, they build a model that can actually learn how to do the job by itself. It's all about finding patterns in old data to make really good guesses about what's going to happen next.
Here's a way to think about it. Imagine you feed a computer a ton of pictures of cats. Just thousands of them. Then you give it some algorithms, basically rules for finding patterns, like look for pointy ears or look for whiskers. The machine just studies and studies those patterns until it gets it. It learns what a cat looks like. And then it can spot a cat in a brand new photo it's never ever seen before. Okay, so inside this whole world of machine learning, there's this even more advanced, more powerful method. And it's not a totally separate thing. It's a specialized part of machine learning. We call it deep learning.
Right, and this is where that whole it's like a brain comparison gets super real. Deep learning uses these things called neural networks, and they're literally inspired by the way neurons are connected in our own heads. And because these networks are so complex and have so many layers, they can solve these incredibly tricky problems, stuff that's just too much for regular machine learning to handle.
And believe me, this is not just some theory in a lab. Deep learning is everywhere. It's the magic behind your phone understanding what you say. It's what's behind facial recognition. And it relies on different kinds of these neural networks. You've got ANNs for simpler stuff, CNNs, which are awesome at seeing images, and RNNs, which are great for understanding sequences, like language. All of this is super critical for things like, self-driving cars.
Okay, so we've laid out our dots. Data analysis, machine learning, deep learning. Now for the big finale, the most important question. How do all these pieces fit together? What's the big picture?
So it all starts with the biggest idea of all, artificial intelligence, or AI. Now, AI isn't one specific tool. Think of it as the ultimate goal, the whole field dedicated to creating smart machines that can think and act like humans. So, if AI is the destination we're trying to reach, then machine learning is the powerful engine that's actually driving the car. It's the main way we're making AI happen. It's what turns the cool idea of AI into something real we can actually use.
Okay, and if machine learning is our engine,
Then deep learning, that's like the super high-octane rocket fuel you put in it. It's what you use for the really, really tough problems, the ones that need almost human-like abilities to see patterns.
And that brings us right back to the driver's seat. This is where data science comes in. The data scientist is that expert driver, the one who understands all these incredible tools and knows how to use them to navigate through complex problems and find the answers.
So this table right here just lays it all out perfectly. You've got AI, that's the big overarching goal. You've got machine learning, that's the engine we use to get there. Then there's deep learning, that's the special rocket fuel for the engine. And finally, data science. That's the actual craft, the practice of using all these amazing tools to find real insights and create real value.
So, there you have it. With this map in your hands, the whole landscape should be a lot clearer now. You can see how all these pieces connect, and you can start to think about where you might fit in.
And look, knowing the difference here isn't just for, sounding smart at a party. It's absolutely the first step. It helps you figure out what you need to learn for different jobs and, honestly, what parts of this huge, exciting world you're actually passionate about.
So, here's the real takeaway. We're creating more data right now than at any point in history, and we have these just unbelievable tools to make sense of it all. You've seen the map today. So the real question is, what are you going to do with it? What part will you play in charting the future?